Hey, I'm Brian Posehn. You may know me from my stand-up comedy, or from the TV shows I've been on, like the Sarah Silverman program. I love comic books, metal, and anything nerdy, except furries. They're gross. But that does include Dungeons & Dragons, which I've been playing with the same group of my funny friends for a decade now. So we decided to record us playing the game and turn it into a podcast, and we call it...
Nerd Poker, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
Blaine!
Ken!
Sarah!
Sark. Don't forget Jerry.
Hi, I'm Brian Posehn, and you're listening to Nerd Poker, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends. Hi, friends.
Hi, Brian!
Oh, my God.
Rudy Valley.
Dip, dip, bombadita.
Hey, it's me, Blaine. I'm dungeon mastering because Sark is having a baby. Has he had his baby yet?
I don't know. They have a baby coming?
They're still coming.
Okay.
So, what would that baby coming sound like?
No.
I don't know. I can't imagine what that would...
We've already...
It's always funny, Sarah. Like,
No. I just was... Because we went over this last time, and Ken swore he would never do it with someone's baby that he knew. It was only a stranger baby. And then I called him out on it.
I just
because
know
said,
Sark.
Stranger babies are no fun. That's
I
like
know how much
worse.
Sark enjoys
Yeah.
the
that was
sound
for
of
him.
a baby
That was-
coming.
No,
Wait, that sounds really bad.
I'll have what she's having. Yes, I will. I'll have what she's having. Go.
So we're gonna delete this and start over, right?
Nope. No.
Pope's a Nazi. Check 2. Pope's a Nazi. Check 2.
No
Pope's a
donors
Nazi.
this week because I didn't run into anybody in the 5 minutes since last episode.
Wow. It's totally destroyed.
Wow,
Elysium.
man. Yeah, what it's like behind the curtain.
Man, you should be a Foley artist.
I shit my pants and then I farted.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
That'll
that's what
show
that
your
was.
shit.
Is that the beginning of a poem?
So when you shit and then you fart,
Shit
that's
my
like
pants and then
your
I
ass
farted.
saying, and stay out.
Anyway, diarrhea.
The beginning of my favorite Simon and
You
Garfunkel
guys,
song.
diarrhea. I'm 12 today. I was 5 last episode. I'm 12 now.
Do you like baseball?
Fucking what?
he's going
Sarah sussed it
to
out.
see where this is going immediately. But no, go ahead. Let's get it out. You got to get it out, okay? Sing it.
Well, it's just you got to know some things. I don't know much about sports, but the one thing that I do is when you're sliding into first.
We got to sing it, though. Otherwise, I don't even know where
not
we're
gonna
I don't know what
sing it.
you're
not gonna
talking
sing
about. I'm just talking about baseball.
Fucking so stupid. God damn it, it's beautiful.
If anyone was on a playground in the late 70s, they'll love the shit out of this podcast.
God damn it.
I was thinking recently about how did all those songs and things spread when we were kids?
always
wondered
I
that.
always
Yeah.
wondered that too.
Like,
You know what?
How do we all know the same thing?
Here's my guess. Telephones.
I mean, there was some
People
stuff that
called
was
and
regional. Definitely, we had some regional jokes or regional words. I mean,
You're an asshole like White Castle. That's
no,
very
but
regional.
growing up in the Bay Area was hella and hecka and all that stuff. But these, like those phrases and those jokes, like how do those get?
Did
passed
anybody have
around?
moded? You got totally moded.
No.
But we
It's like
That was like
demoted.
faced, right?
When-
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
we said phased.
We say moded, toted, busted, crested.
what year was? When did the Jerky Boys
was 90s.
cassette
90s,
tapes
yeah,
come
90s.
around?
Yeah, early 90s.
Early
Yeah, that was
90s.
late. That was
I was
late.
going to say late 80s.
No,
it
it's
was
like
like
93, 94.
Well, I know that I'm just going on when I know that Patton was peaking with it. And that was 92, 93.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, we had them way earlier on audio.
really?
cassette.
It's probably
Yeah, we
earlier.
had them-
Oh, yeah,
we had
before
them-
they
You
became
might
famous,
have, but
probably.
then they released them on CD
Oh
around
no!
93 and
Yeah,
94,
but when they were just tapes that people were passing.
Right.
like,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
like the
Because we had like Red's tube bar around then.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
that was late 80s because that was
Yeah.
the thing that Mo was based on. And then we had Shut Up Little Man. Those
Shut Up
two,
Little Man, sure.
Patton was always on top of
Yes.
those.
The internet was
we were
on audio
trading.
tape, and we would trade stuff.
But the best thing ever was the stunt show.
Oh
That's
yeah, we
spectacular.
got that through Bobcat. Though,
That was
and that
the
wasn't
greatest-
till
that was the greatest thing ever.
mid '90s when we moved down. I moved down here, and then Bobcat gave that to me because we used to have those parties.
Yeah.
This is like pre. You must have. Did you ever come to any of those, or was that?
Yeah, you
before
showed me
even-
a dog shit balloons. So it's like one of the first times we hung out. You put on, you're like, hey man, I got something to show you. And I was like, oh man, something really fucked up is about to happen probably. And then you were like, take a look at this, man. And it was a dog that ate a pound of balloons and I peed my pants laughing. Yes, so all those things.
Well, we
like,
watched those, and then it got really dark. And
Yes,
then,
and then it was like-
yeah, we
Well,
like
it started to turn bad when we saw the America's Funniest Videos that they wouldn't show.
yeah,
Like
that one was
somebody,
bad.
there was one of somebody thought it was a great idea to send this into America's Funniest. They put their kid goes to the bathroom. They put him on a ladder where the dog licks his butt clean, and they're like, "Let's send that to America's Funniest."
There was a
Just
lot
so
of
the
those.
Child Protective
God.
Services can come and take us away.
But that one had that America's Funniest outtake one had one of the hardest I'd ever laughed was it was a Disney parade and one of the Jungle Book characters falls off the float.
Yeah.
And it's Baloo. It's the one with the big hips.
Bare
So the
necessity,
hips-
simple bare neck. Help me.
he falls off sideways.
takes a full on.
Yeah, and the hips take the brunt of it, and then his head hits last. But it's this little foam head, just bink.
yeah, let's send this into ABC TV and see if we can't get it on their blooper shows.
Simple bare neck. Oh.
Oh yeah, I fucking cried laughing. And then we used to have all those, and then it got to that weird thing where.
We can't. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't. Yeah,
Where you
you
realize
got it.
you were almost in your 30s.
Well, no, but you take
like
it up.
The guy with the
You
dog.
go too far.
People killing themselves and
Then
stuff.
we wind up having,
yeah.
you know.
I thought that
We had somebody get footage from a local.
Yeah, the helicopter.
The helicopter thing got pulled from local news, and
yeah.
we got it anyway because we wanted to see it.
I couldn't watch
And
any
it's
of that.
just shit like
It's amazing.
that.
I can't watch any of that stuff, but still, to me,
And then we had those prison
Mr.
ones.
Hands is fine.
Oh yeah,
the one that really sent me, the one where I knew it was kind of over was the Pat Benatar farting one. You remember that one? Where it was
No,
it was,
No,
it was
no,
That doesn't sound
It was-
no,
terrible.
no,
at
no,
all.
no. It's
This isn't
Steve
real.
Vai.
This isn't
No. It
real.
was Pat Benatar, and somebody had videotaped and recorded her in the toilet with like horrible, crazy, again diarrhea, but like Pat Benatar with
By the way, it's
explosive,
important that everyone.
horrible shotgun diarrhea going on.
It's important that you know that Blaine looked straight at me when again.
God, I was thinking of the other one. I was
Hey,
thinking-
you're familiar with diarrhea.
You recall
The one
when
that
we were
really
talking about
bummed me
diarrhea.
out
Oh, my
was
God.
the Steve Vai squirter tape, where
God, you
a
guys.
girl sends
happening?
a tape to Steve Vai, and I got a hold of it somehow, and
Somehow.
she would squirt out candles. She would light candles and then play with herself, and then shoot them out with her gross.
Can I just?
I'm telling you, that was too much for me.
No, I know.
It bummed me the fuck out.
I'm glad you've shared it with America now, so we can all have that mental image.
We were bummed out back then, and then we got over it enough to talk about it, and now people are going to send us stuff.
I'm telling you,
now
I
we
don't
should look
want
for all this
people
stuff
to
on the
send
internet. 'cause
links. Yeah,
it must
yeah.
be on there now.
all I'm
Yeah,
saying is
no,
do
I'm-
not look up Pat Benatar farting and shitting.
Well, I don't know, Jerry. Did you upload any of those old videos we had?
No,
Somebody must have.
I mean, but there definitely is stuff that's just pre-internet.
Yeah, but you put a Too Close for Comfort up.
Well, maybe I did. The
Is-
Monroe
Oh,
ficus.
The Monroe rape episode.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
The very special
And
episode.
everyone thinks it's a big joke.
Yeah.
No means no.
Mr. Rush.
Oh, Cosmic Cows could have
It
something
ends
to
with
say.
his own sexual assault. That was
It
that.
ends
That
with
was
it
the-
ends with
that
Mr.
was the
Rush getting
ha-ha.
raped by two giant fat ladies.
That'll teach him.
Well, they play it all. You know this one? They play it all
Yeah, yeah.
totally serious,
Yeah.
and then it ends with like.
But no, they make jokes
Well,
about
no,
it. the whole
well,
time.
also, but they also
Nobody
try
takes
to-
him seriously, like Monroe.
But they also,
sure,
it was kind of a very special episode.
This is on
Men
YouTube
can get
for
raped
anyone
too,
that
you guys.
feels
Men,
like
this
they
is a
have to
real
check it
thing,
out.
and men can also get raped. And then it ends with Mr. Rush making a face as he's about to get raped by two giant fat ladies.
The punchline, if there is
I
one,
wish I would have
was,
dropped the
It's
soap.
my favorite cooking
I
show.
think
by the way.
Patton wrote back in the email chain when we were like, "Here's the link if anybody needs to see this," and he wrote back and was like, this guy killed himself. The writer killed himself not long after, and I was like, oh.
For reals?
Yeah,
For realsies?
the writer of that episode was like one of his last contributions.
Mr. Rush, you ever feel like just not going on?
We should go on.
We have started this episode so
Sorry.
depressive. Like I feel like there's nowhere to go but
Guys,
up, though,
thanks for
right?
joining
We can
us.
only
People
go
like
up
this
from
stuff.
Anyway.
No, I'm just saying we can only
I'm still in a good mood.
only
go.
get more cheerful from here, right? Right?
Would it help if I
just-
told you I made the whole thing up about Pat Benatar shitting?
Oh,
You just wanted to see if I would Google Pat.
I just wanted to see if you were going to Google it.
I did.
So last
You did?
Yeah,
You
in our
already
last
did?
episode,
my phone was off, but I was going like this, and I was like, why isn't this turning on? And I was
But
like,
it would say
"Wait."
Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo shitting.
that's a completely different story. They were touring Germany.
I don't understand.
Well, he always takes credit for everything she does. He's her husband that plays all the guitar parts, and if I'm such a nerdy musician
Yeah.
thing, sorry.
Yeah,
Blaine got it.
I know. Hey, the last time we left, you guys had just been picked up by what appears to be a rock, a giant, not a Dwayne Johnson rock, but a giant,
Big eagle.
huge bird the size of one of
that's
those
right.
Airbuses.
We're going to die.
It picked up a couple of horses in one talon. It picked up the cart that you're in with the farmer and some hay in the other one.
I might as well relearn Magic Missile.
You think people have any video of this giant bird pulling these four assholes out in a fucking cart and flying off with it?
It's on World Star Hip Hop already. 60,000 views.
Oh no!
So you guys are sort of all of a sudden out of nowhere. You guys are airborne. I want everybody to roll a dex check.
Oh dear!
Most of you are pretty insulated.
11.
All right, that's good.
Pass me the tower. Nope. Pass over the tower.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks.
Sarah's okay.
I'm okay. I rolled a 4.
Winter's okay, everybody.
Yep.
All right, everybody grab some hay.
Hi.
And so you guys are pretty much. I would guess that between the feet and grabbing the wagon and the hay, it's sort of it's sort of cushioning you guys. But you guys are rapidly gaining altitude. There's you're not in the best spirits right now because this thing is this rock has picked you up.
Can
The
I
horses
talk
are
to-
freaking out.
Yeah.
The farmer is kind of holding. Whoa,
I'd like to ask the farmer: Does this happen a lot?
How far up are we?
You haven't really reached cruising altitude yet. You're still ascending.
I'm going with this.
Well,
I'm
what
just going
choice
with
do we
this.
have?
You don't want me to cut his feet with
I
my
wish-
battle axe?
Yeah,
I wish you would.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
No,
way.
no.
All right, I won't.
Put
I'm
that
gonna
thing away.
Spider
wait.
climb into some.
So I
pines.
hold up my battle axe
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
point at the feet and go.
No, 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 no.
Pass.
You guys go.
No, no,
okay.
no, 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 no.
Pass.
You sure you? Because I
We're
could.
good.
Do you want me to?
No, no.
I'll just.
Do it.
What if I use my?
Please don't.
Okay, how about that?
I wish you wouldn't.
Hudson Hawk.
God, is that the name of this hawk?
So you guys, you're sort of flapping along. There's, you see the forest below. You see, you're going over some ridges, and you see that there's some clouds below you. You're flapping along. This thing is just not even paying attention. It is on its way
that's
back. You're heading towards a mountain range. You can kind of see ahead in the distance. There's a ridge, a very high mountainous ridge, and you guys with some weird sort of spiky peaks, and this rock is heading straight for it, heading straight for one of the peaks.
Groovy.
So am I.
All right. Okay, so you sort of get up there. You get up to these peaks.
What if Winter talked like Duffman?
So is winter. I like
I
that.
may work that in. We'll see.
It's a
We
good,
just got a
it's a
bad
good hug.
feeling about
I
it.
support that.
It's a good hug antidote.
Yeah.
You guys can just balance each other
What are
out.
you trying to say?
It's like a yin and yang.
I am
we
an
need a little of both.
illusionist.
So the flapping stops and the rock starts to kind of spiral in. You see that you're heading down towards. There's just gray stones. It's sort of heading back into the mist. You can't really see anything through the clouds, but you're heading towards this the spike, and you see that there's just as you get closer, there's more features. There's like a couple outcroppings. There's cliffs and stuff, and you just start to get a little closer. You start. Lyra.
Yes.
You sort of catch a glimpse of some, just a bright flash of color, like weird colors, just bright, vivid colors, as
Do
you
I
sort
recognize
of
it
come
as
in
a
for a landing.
Prismatic spray.
Well, it might as well be prismatic. It's just super, super vivid, but it's just gone in an instant. Kind of down to where you're sort of spiraling into. And then you see that you're heading towards a little bit of a kind of a rocky jutting out, and there's a bunch of logs, twigs. It looks like there's just an entire forest worth of trees that have built this giant weird nest.
I knew he was going to say nest, so I said it at the same time.
Jinx.
You owe me a.
Have I had enough time to relearn Magic Missile?
Yeah, why not?
Jinx, you owe me a poke.
Oh my god.
All right. So
Hey, this could be a. Winter thinks this could be a hot LZ.
all right. So you're kind of coming in, and the rock kind of sort of comes to sort of does that thing where birds sort of stop a little bit. They flap their wings, and he sticks his feet, or she sticks his or her feet out in front of her, and drops the horses, which are dead by now. The horses are just dead. They've been crushed and just bled out. And drops
Gross.
you and the maybe 30 feet
Holy shit.
down into this nest. And I'm going to be a nice guy and say that the hay cushions everybody.
Thank you.
But,
'cause I will die if anything happens.
But you also had plenty of time to sort of brace yourself to what was happening.
Yeah.
You sort of knew what was going to happen, so you were...
Right. Let's hope the baby rocks don't kill
I
us.
start sucking my own. Oh, never mind.
I'm sorry?
Is the old man alive?
Let me see if the old man is alive.
The dungeon master
let me see if we got it.
is now rolling to see if he killed an old man. A mumbling old man.
He's really super.
No, he
got thrown.
Yeah, he as when he dropped him, he sort of slipped out of his bench, and the horses landed on him.
He super died.
The opposite.
What was his last words, Blaine?
Rarity.
Howard Johnson is right.
Sheriff, Mongo's back. He's tearing up. Sheriff.
That's my favorite thing in the movie. He's talking to an empty desk. He's so upset and so excited he's talking to an empty desk.
Sheriff, Mongo's back.
And then he
He's tearing
starts
up.
over.
I love it. We have fun. All right. Well, I'm gonna crawl out from underneath this. I'm worried
mind
about
that shit.
I'm worried about tiny, like bird assholes.
All right, you're not gonna
Winter is worried about birds.
You're not gonna have to worry too long because you hear.
Aren't they horrifying?
How many?
Oh, right now you can only hear one. It sounds like one. Maybe there's DDT
Oh,
in
but
the
it's
area.
gonna make the rock very upset, isn't it?
All right. Hey, let's try and get out of the nest.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Climb.
We don't need to kill the giant baby bird.
No, because the rock's gonna kill us then.
Yeah, yeah.
Climb.
Can we
out.
climb down through the nest, or it's too dense?
You could.
Or are we too dense?
I'm going to.
That's my brain popping.
I want everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, 20 or yeah,
Roll a 6-sided, actually.
yeah. That's what I thought. Good thing. 2, 5 for
All right.
5.
Winter. 3 and 5.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Winter rolled a 5.
Okay, so Winter and Lyra manage to sort of they see an opening between some logs, and they kind of sink down under the huge all the weird detritus in the nest. There's just like there's bones, there's fur, there's feathers and stuff. There's some fabric and stuff, but you guys sort of fall down in. Hug and Dag are still up on the top side, and they see a giant baby bird kind of sort of flop around over. It sort of smells you. It's still the size of an elephant.
But it's pathetic.
Yeah, it can't really see you, but it's kind of it's sort of between you guys and where you saw Jerry and Sarah disappear into.
It's between us.
Yeah.
And that,
I'm going to try and climb over the edge, I guess. Or
yeah.
All right.
I'll follow.
get
Ken.
away from the
I'll
thing.
follow.
Winter is kind of an arsonist and is thinking about burning down the nest with my magic missiles.
You sound like Rug Doctor.
I know.
Okay, I
This
have
is the
to.
worst stuff,
I have
man.
to go. Unfortunately, please don't let Lyra be eaten by a bird. That's all I
Copy
ask.
that.
Is that too much? Is that too much?
no,
to ask?
that's
Hey,
fair. That's fair.
before you leave, can you roll a 20?
Sure. I sure can.
This is how much damage you take from leaving the room.
Rolling. I rolled. Did I want to roll high or low?
You wanted to roll low.
Awesome, because I rolled a 2. What?
That's as low as you can roll without rolling in budge.
You see, before you leave,
Yeah.
you see
Well,
that basically you're down in sort of where all the guano, all the shit from the baby birds has sort of come out. And you see sort of it looks like a melted skeleton.
Ew.
Or some weird wads of what look like they might have been fed to a bird and then turned into pellets.
Like an owl pellet, yeah.
Yeah, like owl pellets. But you see there's some you see some sparkles and some metal inside these these bodies.
Okay, so I loot the dung and
Loot
I guess
the dung!
I warn everybody else about the birds that might eat them.
Okay.
And on that note, good luck.
Actually, the
Sarah's
Swedish version of Star Wars, use the Force is loot the dung.
Wow.
The following people are fired. Ken Daly.
Why am I sweating so much?
Hi, Sarah.
Bye.
Rehired.
Do I see any
Fired
magic dung?
No,
hired.
you sort of you see Lyra. You see her antennas go up. You don't really see anything.
All right. Can I call to these guys and say, let's try and get out of here? Do I see a spot we can?
Oh, we absolutely want to get out of
No,
here.
but can I see a way out, or a way out of this below? If not, maybe I'll come up and then see if I go over the side and down, something like
That's
that.
what we're thinking, yeah.
Okay. Why don't you roll an attack?
Okay. A 9.
Speaking of guano, did you guys see that fucking footage of these roofers down in Florida? And they're removing old pieces of tile on a roof, and underneath each piece is like 20 bats. So hundreds and hundreds of bats come out. It's fucking terrifying. And then at the bottom of it is just feet of guano.
70 feet of shit.
It's the worst.
This is what's on the roof of a building? Or what?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's not a house. It looks like they're redoing like an apartment complex or something. It's a big piece of roof.
Wow.
And each little piece, like it's about a foot square, has like 20 bats, and they lose their shit and go flying. And the poor roofers are fucking having a heart attack, but also they have to keep pulling these tiles. It's fucking. If you don't like bats,
I love bats.
I love them.
Yeah.
I
But
do
if you
too.
don't like them, you'd shit
They're just
yourself.
mice with
watching it.
wings.
Yeah.
Cool mice.
Fleeter mice.
I would
if
like
will.
I would like Winter to roll a dexterity check.
All right.
Because this baby bird doesn't see you, but it's just sort of striking around blindly.
A 10.
A 10. Okay. You narrowly avoid this thing's beak as it kind of slams around.
Jesus. All right. Well, then you know what?
This is where you start to hear some noise. There's some wind, and all of a sudden the rock sort of rears up, and you see it kind of walk over to the edge of the. Yeah, it walks over to the edge of the nest and folds its wings down and picks up one of the dead horses and starts just sort of
McCarthying it.
Yeah, squeezing it into the mouth of one of its.
Was she the one that was feeding her kids? Was it Jenny McCarthy? Somebody was.
Do I see a spot?
Might as well be.
Bird.
Do I see a spot somewhere that I could maybe ignite the situation?
Oh my God! With this guy with the fires.
You could if you wanted to.
Do you pee your pants when you start a fire? That's a sign of a true arsonist.
Wow. Maybe. No, I just want it in case. Look, if I'm gonna get eaten, I'm taking them with me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I still
and I'm calling out. How are we getting out of here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb over the edge real quick. And
basically, what you see is it's sort of a Cloverfield angle of this rock feeding a horse
I think
to
it's sort of distracted now.
to a baby. It
Yeah.
doesn't really even see you down.
All right,
there.
yeah, let's get the fuck
roll.
out of
Yeah.
here.
All right.
Follow Sarah. Where'd she go? Yeah.
Sarah is elbows deep in some baby rock shit. You know, like the Tooth Fairy script.
I encourage Lyra to keep moving
Yeah.
and say that everyone's busy and that we should go right now.
Okay. All right. You guys manage to sort of find your way down through some logs. You get scratched up. You get bird shit all over you. But you manage to sort of get down to the bottom of the nest, and you see Dag. Or I'm sorry, you see Hug.
Yes. Hello.
And Hug and Dag.
Awesome. We're back together.
Hi guys.
Now here's the thing.
What's our situation?
Let's get further out of this nest.
You're on the edge of this nest. You're basically out of the wooden part of the nest. But you are on the top of a mountain.
Okay.
And there's sort of a sheer, sort of a cliff. It's very pointy. The kind of sort of goes down. You can't really
see
anything.
Wow. What time of day is it now?
I don't know, 3 in the afternoon, something like that.
All right.
Let's just get away from the bird where the bird can't see us.
Yeah.
Can it still see us, or are we already away from it?
You know what? I would think that it's kind of it's feeding right now.
Okay.
So,
but are we underneath, like where she went? I can't figure out where I am.
you guys are a couple of you slipped into the nest underneath, and a couple of you went sort of up and over the outside of the nest, and you all sort of find each other down on the bottom of the outside.
Okay.
I will.
It's like you met at the snack bar.
I will cast spider climb and scout downward to see if there's any way out of here.
All right.
And so I'll just scoot down ahead without fear of falling, and then come back and even relearn the spell if I had to.
Okay. When you sort of move around a little bit, it's basically a sheer drop almost everywhere.
Wow.
But you do see that there's a very thin, maybe a foot and a half wide. It almost looks like a weird. It almost looks like a set of stairs were carved into the side of the hill.
Wow. Oh, cool. Looks like man-made, huh?
Yeah. So.
Okay. Can I help everyone get down here? Do we need rope use, or can I help sort of? How dangerous would it be for these guys to try
We've
and
got
make
rope
this?
use. I have very high dex too.
But I only have, the spell doesn't last forever, so I mean, I can relearn it if I had to.
Well, you might want to start just sort of getting off to the side. If you want to sort of take if you want to drive spikes into the side of the mountain or whatever, you want to tie yourselves off. I mean, I don't really think it would be. It's not that dangerous. There's no howling winds or anything. It's a nice wintry sort of autumny day or whatever.
Winter, you like that?
Winter likes winter.
Yeah, let's do a human barrel of monkeys chain.
Yeah, I'll help everyone get down.
All right.
My spell lasts for 4 rounds total.
All right. So you guys start to make you start to make your way down this weird set of steps that are carved into the side of this hill, as they not hill but mountainside. And as you start to get lower and lower, the steps start to get less random looking and more step like, and a little bit wider. And you start to see that it's just a very, very close hugging thing, almost like Machu Picchu style. It just hugs the side of this mountain, and goes down. You can just sort of see it sort of following the side of this mountain down lower and lower into the valley.
Okay, let's follow until we're
Hi-ho.
safe. Or
All right. Do you guys
and
have?
are there any Is there any anything? Any paths that curve into the mountain?
There's nothing like that at this point.
Okay.
You haven't seen anything like that.
And what did Lyra find in the muck? Like, what object did she retrieve before?
She's sort of she's got some stuff. She's sort of slung it over. She's got it in her back or whatever. She hasn't really said anything or mentioned anything. But I would think that. I need your marching order. Sorry.
I'll go in the front.
All right, Winter.
I'll follow.
Winter, Hug, Dag, and Lyra. Okay. So you sort of get down. You're walking maybe a half an hour. You're being very, very careful. There's no snow or ice or anything, but it's still, you just don't want to lose your step because you'll plunge to your death. So you kind of get down to like I said, half hour, 40 minutes. All of a sudden, one of the steps is very, very wide, and next to you is a skeleton.
Is there anything interesting about the skeleton? Any?
Yes, it's got a sword, and it's going to attack you.
Oh, that kind of skeleton.
Yay.
Can I push him off?
If you want to.
I'll shove him off.
All right. How long? By now, your spider climb is gone. By the way,
Spider climb is gone.
So, anyway, that's it.
Let's take a quick break. And we're back.
Hey, we're back.
17.
Oh, very nice. The three of you see you see Winter kind of go,
Why did it
"What
have to be
the?"
skeletons?
And you see this weird sort of a skinny arm kind of flash. There's a sword. You see Winter react, and
It's
what you
black and green.
no, there's actually some mass on this one. So you sort of take a swing. What are you using,
I
weapon-wise?
was just going to shove him.
Oh, you sort of shove him?
Yeah.
And weapons.
You see there's a weird sort of a pirouette, and Winter does a little hey-ho-wah! And you see this weird skeletal thing just go flying, just...
Nice.
Fuck that thing.
Taken care of.
All right. Maybe I should.
Do we see any more ahead of us? How far ahead? What's
or
our?
anything on
Is
the
this
ground,
the
or-
doorway or something? Where
Yeah,
are
is
we?
there a doorway?
Are we still?
Yeah, there
moving
was
now?
it was just a weird space next to the step.
I
It was
think
standing there.
I think Lyra should do like a check for
Secret
secret
doors.
doors
Yeah.
or some nonsense.
Okay.
How far ahead can we see? Like, is there fog? And
No, it's still pretty clear. You can't really see anything. It just kind of it's kind of winding in and around. You can't get a really good sight line.
Do the steps continue beyond this?
They
space?
do. They just keep going down.
Okay.
There's really no other place that you can go at this point.
Yeah. But she didn't find anything on the wall.
Doesn't find anything on the wall.
All right. Well,
Little
we're
skeleton
going to have to
nook.
keep our head turned to the wall to make sure no skeletons come out of the mountain at us.
well said.
I'm
Strangest way you could have ever said that.
I'm nervous.
glug glug.
I'm on the point.
Okay, so you guys keep moving. Maybe another
Slowly.
maybe another 10 minutes. You get to another one of these steps that's very
like
wide.
Three steps. Oh shit. Okay.
And you look over and you don't see any skeletons.
Okay. Check for doors, Lyra?
Yeah, let's check for doors here.
Okay. So Lyra's checking for doors. While she's checking for doors, you start to hear sort of like a funny xylophone noise. Ding, 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 ding.
I'm gonna look up and look back and look around.
You see sort of coming around the steps up in front of you.
Oh my god!
There's just skeletons, almost like old timey Disney characters, just like they're running in step with each other, and they all have little short swords, and they're all just sort of coming up, going woo hoo wow whoa.
I say we dig into this space.
Yeah, let's fight them off here. I only have a magic missile left, and I'll do that and get out of the way. Two.
That's going to be a hit because it's just they're coming right at you. There's no place to dodge.
I will do the same. 2. It's +1 on your.
Oh, and I had
it's
a
3 and a 2.
I had a 3.
A 3 and a 2. And what was that? Sorry.
Magic missiles.
Yeah.
All right. So the first
two mages just did jazz hands, and all these sparklers flew out.
Yeah. So the first 2 skeletons pretty much just kind of.
I will step back and let the others.
But
handle the rest.
there's still skeletons coming up behind.
Sure.
Yeah.
Behind these guys.
Hey, I'm gonna throw a look over my shoulder. Though there's not skeletons coming down from above, right?
No skeletons behind.
All right. So the warriors now can.
Yeah, where do I
Warrior.
see skeletons? Where do I see them?
Coming up.
right in
They're
front
just
of
coming right at you.
me? All right.
They're walking. Well, they're actually sort of
Do I
coming
have
up.
initiative?
You can. I mean, you could just sort of like set up and take a swing at them if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to
All right.
start swinging and trying to knock them out of our way.
Do it. Here comes one.
Battle axe.
Battle axe.
God, I use these runes again and I can't read them. Fuck.
Here.
It's an 8.
That's going to be a hit because they're coming right at you.
Cool.
Roll damage.
3.
Okay. His sword arm goes sort of clattering down, and he does sort of a funny take. And then he just sort of starts grabbing at his arm with his. It's making this funny little clicking sound. It sounds like crabs fucking. So,
Lyra.
but he is going to turn around.
Does Lyra get a shot or?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Lyra.
Lyra is going to take.
Lyra.
Lyra takes a swing at this guy, and he does a funny take, and then she just sort of like nails him right in his teeth fly away like chiclets, to quote an old Woody Allen bit. And then he sort of grabs his mouth and then falls backwards over the cliff, and then looks around like, oh, I should have maybe kept my balance. So that's 2 of them gone. There's still 3 skeletons that you can see that are coming up, still in step, just on their way.
Whose turn?
Is it their turn or still our turn?
They are
is theirs?
closing, so whatever you want to do.
Oh. Well, how long do we can magic missile again?
3,
I will.
2.
I'll push one off the cliff again.
Okay.
The first one.
Just roll.
Oh yeah.
16.
Wow!
Whee!
That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
What, is that just a regular attack?
That was just
check?
a regular attack,
I'll
yeah.
do the same. 5.
Okay. So he is going to grab a hold of you, and this skeleton has grabbed. He's got very long fingers, and he has wrapped his arm around Hug's
Get him off me!
magic missile and arm.
I'm going to get him off Hug. Yep.
What was
Yep,
that?
I get him.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. So you see this arm grab your arm, and you go, hamina, and your hair stands up and it turns all white and your teeth chatter. And then all of a sudden there's a weird flash of an axe, and then you're just sort of holding this hand that's still that's kind of on your arm like a weird bracelet. Okay. And it just kind of falls away.
Cool.
And then you take it and you scratch your back with it. You go, hey guys, check it out.
I tell him to knock it off and swat the thing over the side.
All right. And there's still 2 guys coming towards you. And one of them actually just takes a swing and just tips right over the ledge.
Oh,
Idiots.
All right, and the second guy comes up with a sword, and he takes a swing, and he is going to hit Dag for 1 point.
Ow. Jerk.
What a dick. Skill a dick.
kill him.
Okay. Whose turn is it?
Sure.
Lyra?
Lyra, sure. We're going to have a Lyra. What's she using
I think
weapon-wise?
she had
She had a
Short
dagger
sword.
and a short sword.
She hits for a 17.
Oh, wow.
And she does 5 points of damage. So that guy just kind of just
Shatters.
should do be.
totally shattered. So you guys are trying to figure out what's going on. These skeletons aren't wearing any sort of. You don't see any rags on them.
Yeah, they're not.
But the one thing that you have noticed is the swords were all the same. They all
They must have been on some sort of team.
Are there any swords left up here, or did they all go over the side? Is there anything
There
we could
are.
imagine to see if there's any magical properties or curses, or
There's a couple of swords. They just look like regular swords.
do we detect any horrible things from them, or do they look horrible?
No, they look pretty standard issue.
Shall we continue down?
So that's it. You can and at this point, after this landing, the steps start getting a little bit wider, maybe 10 feet.
All right, I like that.
But they're still pretty steep, and there's still no guardrail. They're still kind of like a very winding.
Very low OSHA standards. Let us continue
All right.
our descent.
So you finally get around this one ridge, and it's a beautiful view up here, by the way, because
I've barely noticed with all the skeletons and such.
you're 5,000 feet up at least, and there's a lot of stuff going on. But and you've come down from at least another 5,000 feet.
Wow.
You were really up there. This is very steep, but you kind of come around this peak, and Lyra notices there's another glint of color off into the distance. She's catching a flash of some light off of something. And when you come around this corner, you see that that the steps are kind of heading down, and in the side of the mountain, there looks like there's some sort of structure built, and the color is a reflection of something in that structure.
Wow. Can we take a moment to relearn spells? Should we both relearn Magic Missile before we go in there?
You could.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's a wonderful idea.
And that's going to be what? That's 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Okay. So,
This quiet time is brought to you by
Schnitzel.
sleep.
Wiener Dog.
Schnitzel sleep.
Just as you guys are about to finish learning, you hear the weird xylophone noise again.
Fucking skeleton.
Well, cover us.
Okay.
All right. You look down and you see that the stormtroopers are burning through the blast doors. You see 5 little white dots kind of bouncing up the steps towards you, all in perfect formation. Little
Okay.
calliope music playing.
I'm just gonna try to go berserker on him and get multiple guys with my swinging
Okay.
battle axe.
They're pretty much one at a time,
Okay.
just because of the way they're spaced.
All right. I will take the first one. Yep.
All right, smash. You want to roll for damage on that one?
Sure.
The fuck page is this?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. that guy is just sort of he's gone. That guy disintegrates.
All 8 points of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another guy coming up behind him. I want to roll initiative for this guy because you might have to reset. So
Do I roll a 6?
6 sided. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Very nice. Take a swing.
Okay. Blaine, by the way, had a 5 and I rolled a 6. So,
Very close.
yes. 14.
14. Roll damage.
These rune dice, when you can read them, they're hot. I'm rolling nice.
Nice.
5.
Okay. That guy kind of you knock the sword out of his hand, but he's still there.
Really?
Yeah. And there's his hand's gone. It disintegrates, maybe one of his arms. And there's still a couple of skeletons coming up behind that guy. One of them, Lyra takes a swing at, and she disintegrates him, and then takes a swing at another guy, and that's a swing and a miss. She swings at the guy that you just hit, so... that's it. So these other two guys are going to come up behind her. That's a miss, and that's a miss. So they both take swings. There's 3 skeletons right in front of you.
Okay. Yep.
That's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the guy that you hit before, I guess? Yeah,
Who's ever right in front
yeah,
of me.
we'll assume it's that guy.
He's done.
All right, yeah, he's gone.
6.
I'm going to roll an attack for Lyra. That's a 12. That's a hit. And she does 6 on a guy who had 1 hit point.
Nice.
So
Are you guys while I'm doing this?
there's
We're
one.
relearning.
We can't.
right,
We just
okay.
can't.
Yeah, if they stop, then they
Okay.
there's other spells.
I'll keep.
So let's one more initiative roll. There's one guy left.
Okay. 6 again.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, this guy is going to get one in on you.
I had a 2 and Blaine had a 5.
And this guy rolls a 3 for an attack. So his sword goes just sailing out into the sky behind him. And you both sort of watch it disappear into the distance, and he looks at you and kind of goes, ooh.
I just push him off.
Yeah, and he goes, yeah. Bah. You got me.
Awesome.
So that's
It
it.
falls like a skeletal
That's good
Hans
though,
Gruber.
because now we each of these magic missiles will do the damage of the roll though. We weren't playing that quite correctly.
Really?
Yeah.
What is that +1 for?
Well, it's each missile will hit with the dice roll +1, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good for us to have in these situations, loaded, ready to go.
Yeah.
And maybe we could start alternating, where you fire it and then relearn it while I would then fire.
Sure.
All right.
What's next?
So you guys, so there's no more skeletons. You guys, you look up at Dag and Lyra. They were both sweaty and terrified because they almost got killed by skeletons on the side of a cliff. But you guys come out, guys, we learned our magic missile spells. So
Reloaded.
Good.
so you guys,
You're welcome.
all right. So you guys you keep heading down the steps. I'm assuming because there's really no other choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the steps are getting a little wider. You're starting to see like weird designs in the side of the hill, and then you get to a point where you kind of come around a little bit of a corner, and you see the spire of a tower.
No, right?
Yeah. Let's get in there.
Let's investigate
All right. So when you
further.
And when you see this, the steps are going to get very, 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 very steep. It's almost like you've come out at the top of a carved out area behind a cliff dwelling, and you're going to have to sort of like shimmy your way down. So I want everybody to make a dexterity check.
All right.
I'll do a spider climb instead.
All right, sure.
Six.
Okay, that's good. Dag made it.
Yep. 13. I'm good.
Hug made it. Lyra made it. By the way.
All right.
Do you want me to still do it?
Oh, and you're doing
I'm
a
doing
spider climb.
Spider climb.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay.
So you guys start to you're basically kind of like getting to the edge of a lip and then jumping down maybe 5 or 7 feet and then getting out and just so but as the farther you get down, you start to see that that it almost looks like this is the top of some sort of weird, almost like a monastery, like a weird, like a castle up in the side of the hills and stuff. The stone it's made out of is all gray and very smooth. It's very well made, and it looks kind of very organic to where you are. But you see that that you're sort of going down into almost the yard of the structure that's on the side of this cliff face.
Ding
I
dong.
hope they're excited to see us.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll get down there and see.
Do you want to get to a point where we can sneak?
Yeah. Might be able to hide and send Lyra on a mission.
All right. So you guys get down to the bottom of these steps, and you hear sort of a weird xylophone-y kind of a noise that's sort of coming closer and closer very quickly.
Anywhere we can hide?
And you just look up and you see there's 5 skeletons. But they're not really running towards you. They're sort of walking towards you. And they have some
Weapons drawn or no?
No, they just sort of have rags on. Weird rags.
All right.
But they're just sort of walking towards you. And again, they're in perfect sync. They're just sort of in step like old-timey cartoons. But they're walking towards you.
Okay.
There's nowhere we can take cover around here, is there?
No, well, there's the steps are behind you. You're sort of in a weird courtyard. I guess to your right is the cliff face and the back wall of some sort of structure, like big fat stones.
Right.
And coming around the corner in front of you are these 5 skeletons. And
Right.
like I said, they're not really moving very fast, and they've already spread out to where they're at equidistant points, and they're walking towards you.
Well, let's
I guess
see what
we'll
happens.
go.
Yeah. And I'll be ready. If need be, I'll shoot 4 from right to left. You shoot from left to right.
All right.
That way, everyone's getting hit with something.
Okay. Somebody want to roll for initiative?
6.
6.
All right. Everybody beat these guys except for Lyra. I guess she was a little preoccupied. But you guys can take some swings if you want to. You can each pick one. You can concentrate your fire, whatever you want to do.
So are they attacking them or?
They're just sort of walking towards you.
Okay.
Let's not take any chances.
What did I roll there? 3?
So 4 each from right to left, or 4 each on the 4 that I can hit. You know what I mean? Like they'll just go where I need them to go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 4 points on 4 of the 5 skeletons.
All right. And I get 5 on each
Yeah.
of the 4? All right. 5 on each of the 4 then.
Okay.
Wait, there's 5 of them?
There's 5.
So I'm going the other way.
Yeah. So you go the other way,
leaving
just
the
so-
one that he's already hit out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay.
Okay.
So you've hit. how
We've
many-
hit them all.
You've hit them all. Okay.
Yeah, and some of them have been hit twice for 4 and then 5.
Okay. A couple of them are still standing.
Okay.
All right.
They just fall. They just keep moving towards you. It's very strange.
Well, I swing on closest one.
Okay. Roll damage. That's a hit.
Just a 2.
Just a 2. His head kind of rolls off. Just a nice little separation thing. It makes a little coconut noise when it hits, and it just kind of keeps walking. Sort of keeps walking.
Huh.
And the head would be looking at you, and just the hands kind of start to come out, like it's going to grab you.
I'm going to avoid that.
Okay. Why don't you roll to avoid that? Okay, you avoided that. So Brian avoids that. So there are a couple of guys that are still sort of coming at you.
Jesus.
They're just sort of not really doing anything. They're just sort of coming at you. It's really not very pleasant. So I'd say there's maybe 2 left.
Okay. I don't have even a staff or anything. Like I don't.
I have a dirk,
Yeah.
and I am not afraid to use it.
Let's see it in action.
Why don't you smash your dirk up against his staff?
Maybe I will. 8.
Do you have any pluses?
No.
All right.
Only Google. Plus.
He has 6 friends that he might be able to hit on Google Plus. You take a swing, and but you miss. And the skeleton just kind of keeps coming at you. It looks like he's laughing, but he just doesn't have any lips to cover his teeth up.
Fucking weirdo. Somebody get this thing away from me.
Yeah.
He's going to kind of do a little sort of a weird sort of a yish, sort of a swing with his claws, and he misses you, but there's a weird cold feeling, almost. Yeah, you take a weird chill, almost like a 0.9 hit point chill.
Weird.
So anyway, and he sort of stops and he's following you around.
Get him off me.
All right. I punch the one that's following him around.
All right, roll to punch.
6.
Do you have any bonuses?
Not with me.
You just you really hurt your knuckle. You know how sometimes you just hit your knuckle bone and there's
Yeah.
not enough padding, and you sort of, I guess you sort of hit your knuckle bone when you punched his skull, and it was just really, really uncomfortable.
This is very unfortunate. Now I'm going to run from the skeleton.
Okay, yeah.
About Lyra or me?
Go ahead and take a swing.
4.
That's a 4. There's a sort of a swing and a miss from Dag. Lyra rolls a 5, which is also a miss. So this skeleton is just sort of in the middle of the 4 of you and just sort of grinning.
God damn it.
I'm a dirk again.
All right, roll initiative, actually.
Put your dirk in his mouth.
1.
Up.
2.
2.
All right, he takes another swing at Hug,
Uh-oh.
and he misses, but it's even colder. And now you're starting to think about when you were a kid.
Uh-oh.
So not very good.
Whose turn is it?
Let's try Lyra. Why not? Lyra rolls for a 14, and she does 5 points of damage. And this guy, all of a sudden, it gets warmer. Hug. Just sort of a weird, just a collapse of these bones.
You feeling better?
Yeah, I was getting cold and I
You okay?
think- Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were
Yeah.
enfeebled. You were cursed.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that's not good. Hey, there's no
Stinks.
swords lying around, is there? I would have
No,
major,
just the swords that these guys had. They're not really
All right.
not really cool. So you're just going to kind of keep moving?
Yeah, let's try and
All right.
find our way into.
So you're sort of at the back of this. It looks like you're at the back of some kind of weird building or whatever, and the ledge that you're on is getting a little bit wider. So there's been room for you guys to fight.
Yeah.
And Lyra notices that there's a small door that it looks almost just like a weird access kind of a thing. But it's in the back against the cliff, right where the building kind of starts to come out of the cliff.
Let's investigate the door.
All right. Just looks like a weird, just looks like a wooden door, very heavy, iron stuff.
Can she check for traps?
Yeah. All right. She finds that there's a weird There was a weird cable that was hooked up to the latch that was tied to a bell. But she just did a little weird snip of that, and the bell didn't really look like it would be too loud anyway. It was kind of corroded.
Okay.
But she snips this little bell and twists the knob and
Awesome.
pushes this door open. And it just smells... It smells cold and stagnant and dark inside. Okay. You can't really see anything.
Now, if we can find a 10-minute break, maybe we should relearn these spells.
Yeah, and also, is this familiar to Dag at all, or this is way out of his...
No, this is the rock must have carried you guys for miles and miles and miles, way up into the mountains. So, so basically, here's where we are.
I've dreamed of skeletons before, but not these skeletons.
Yeah.
That's good, though, right?
Yeah.
Dreaming of skeletons is like
I dream of dead stuff all the time.
Okay. All right, D.
Why? I used to work with dead bodies. That was my job.
Sure, I get it.
Worked in a graveyard. People are sad all the time around me.
This guy.
You know who's really sad all the time is that Bruce Willis character. It's almost like he's a ghost the whole time.
What should we do?
I think this might be a good time to call it. You guys have just killed a bunch of skeletons.
Sure.
You're at the back of a weird structure. You just found a door on the way in. There's a cliff to your left. Joker's to the right. Here you are.
Stuck in the middle with...
What do you got going on, Blaine? You're in the middle of At Midnight. Do you got any episodes coming up? Are you going to be on it?
No, nothing coming up. Please watch it. It's so much fun. And then I think at the end of July I'm having a hernia surgery.
Oh man,
yeah, it'll be fun.
I'm going to be on At Midnight live at Comic-Con this year, which isn't until July, but I just got asked to do that. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be 10
blasts. A live episode. I'm sure they're going to bring you all guys down, or how's that going to work? Have you talked
maybe.
about it?
I don't know.
Is that taped?
They're shooting a live episode at
cool.
Comic-Con, yeah. I don't know how many, but I know I'm booked for at least one.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Where am I? I've got some stuff coming up. I've got Reno coming up soon. I'm this week I'll be in Winnipeg.
Nice.
It's pronounced Winnipeg.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Winnipeg.
Okay.
Canada.
Make sure when you get up there, say, "Hey, what's happening in Winnipeg?"
All right, I'll try. And I'm at a club called Rumors, and then is 29 or 30 out soon?
29 is
Deadpool.
Deadpool 29 is out, and then I'll be at in Las Vegas at Amazing Comic-Con on June 21st.
Oh, cool.
It's
come say hi to Jerry and bring your Deadpools and your.
The
Will you have any of the new one out yet, or are you just going to have Novas and
Deadpools? Novas and Deadpools.
And bears. Oh, my.
Well, you can say what you got coming
and
up.
Pictures of kittens.
I'm
Jerry's fucking writing the Hulk.
I'm writing the Hulk in August.
How awesome is that?
That's not bad.
Jerry Smash. Yeah, it's been really fun.
It's just going to be him just destroying toilets, right? Well, that's what it would be if we wrote it together.
Hulk have to go up, unplug Posehn toilet.
Is it just Bruce Banner trying to get to an appointment in LA traffic without losing his shit because he's in a rental?
Yes.
Do you think Hulk would have to shit in a tub like Andre the Giant? He'd probably...
I think he'd need a dumpster for that.
And if Banner eats the meal, does it get gamma-sized in the Hulk?
Yeah. These are questions.
If a Hulk
try
shits
to
in the
figure
woods,
them out.
Does his shit
we've
have
had
like
Deadpool
little
ask
torn
about
purple
it.
underneath?
Yeah,
Did
I'm
we have
sure
Deadpool
somebody
ask some
probably
dumb Hulk
yes.
question?
I believe so.
Yeah, something like that. Like if his turds were human size or Hulk size,
Yes, I believe that's.
because that's where our brains go.
They have teeth. That's what I heard.
Guys, I
Hulk
just
turds
got
have
a
teeth.
text. I'm not writing the Hulk anymore.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Oh, bummer.
Now I am.
That's a spoiled
Congratulations.
It's called Toilet Smashing Hulk. They're already making an action figure.
Hulk versus the Tidy Bowl Man.
Hulk eat
Act
too
one.
much milk. Hulk egg bound.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks for listening.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich and Scott Ackerman. For more information, visit earwolf.com.
Earwolfradio.com